YouTube set to dominate Netflix and others with 7 updates in 1 week. Instagram is bringing back business cards, making them cool again. LinkedIn wants to remind us all that it's still relevant, and X is not paying a foreign government this week. Instead, they're setting aside $4 million for creators. This is the Act 18 show. Hey, I'm Jason, faith-based entrepreneur and marketing geek. Timestamps and sources below, along with a link to today's sponsor, our funnel launch kit that has our best performing funnel pages, email campaign, and course framework to help you go from idea to sales in just a few days using 100% free software. So if you have a digital product, just starting to grow an email list, or even physical products, this funnel and free software will help you get up and running to actually start making some sales. Again, link in the description. Now, first up, we have YouTube. Now, YouTube hit us with 7 updates, and 2 of them, I think, actually matter to us as entrepreneurs and creators. But we'll go through all of them just so you know. So the first one is you can now move around the Miniplayer when you're on your mobile device. Yay. I hardly use YouTube mobile. I know I should, but apparently that's what people wanted. They want to be able to move around that little video. So number 2, you can now share playlists with friends with not only a QR code, but then they can contribute to that playlist. And then you can also up or downvote videos in a playlist. I don't get it. I've been on YouTube quite a while and I just don't get it. I think what this is a precursor to, though, is something that they'll tie into their whole communities push, trying to get people to, grow their communities here on YouTube, essentially copying Facebook groups. So then you could have kind of like a poll where people up or downvote videos in a playlist. I think that would be pretty cool. But for now, it's just kind of like, hey, share this playlist with your friends so you can collaborate on this YouTube playlist. I don't know, maybe my friends and I just don't use YouTube the right way, but I seriously do not understand this outside the context of their community's push. Now, the next one is another update for actually using YouTube, and that is they finally have a sleep timer. I'll admit, I sometimes do the unhealthy thing of just playing one of those like 12-hour lo-fi videos or something, especially as I'm a full-time traveler. Sometimes it's just nice to have the same video, even though I'm in a different country or hotel room. It kind of makes it feel like home. Except this one. This one's pretty dirty. Anyway, moving on. So number 4 here, we have badges. So now you can give people in your community badges based upon interactions with your channel or memberships. And then number 5, this one I actually do think is cool, is they're copying Netflix with their YouTube app. And so as you can see with this little preview from YouTube themselves, they will have a video autoplay, kind of like when you're browsing Netflix and you're looking for your shows. So as long as we get to choose the video and we get to choose the, 5 or 6 seconds that is playing, I think this is going to be awesome. I don't think we're going to be able to have as much control as we want, just because of the logistics of it, and because YouTube likes to get things out fast and then give us what we really want in terms of control like 6 months later. But it is pretty cool, and so keep that in mind, especially if you're not doing videos in 4K. In fact, this is one of the few reasons I actually started the arduousness of doing this show in 4K, even though the files are just so big and take forever to upload, especially when you're stuck on cellular data in the middle of Bangkok. Now, number 6 on YouTube's update list is granular control over the playback speed. So good news and bad news here. The good news is you can do it by 0.25 now instead of 0.5, right? So you have a lot more control. The bad news is you can still only get a video up to 2x speed, which, please, YouTube, go to like 2.5, 2.75, 3, please, because that's normally where I like to watch my YouTube videos, because unless it's really technical, you'd be surprised how many videos you can speed up and still at least get the gist. At least for me, when I'm doing information and I just want to blast through a bunch of stuff, I'll just do 2.5 speed. But there are separate Chrome plugins for that. But I think the main thing is the Chrome plugins don't work on your phone or your television. So I hope they go above 2x speed here. And number 7, you can now use YouTube's AI to generate audio for your shorts. So you can't generate audio for your long form videos, but if you have a short and you want to use AI to quickly come up with a song because you don't want to deal with copyright, which is an absolute nightmare, it just keeps getting worse, then this is actually a pretty cool feature if you are dabbling with shorts. Of course, eventually you definitely want to use your own tools because then you can use the short on other platforms, as opposed to, I am 99% sure whatever license comes with the music and AI generated by YouTube, you're not supposed to post it on other platforms. And speaking of other platforms, Instagram wants to make business cards cool again. So this is kind of almost a non-update, but I think I understand what they're trying to do here. So essentially, you can now generate a QR code for your Instagram profile, which apparently has been around, just nobody actually uses it. But you can now create a nice looking page, so you can add some other links, contact info, and a nice background image, and even music to this new profile card. So if you're IRL and you're meeting someone, instead of trying to like have them look up your Insta, which is kind of awkward, I can tell you, driver like, hey, what's your Insta? And then you're from 2 different countries, right? You can't find each other. So now you can just quickly scan the QR code, find and connect each other. So I get that in real life, but when it comes to online digital, I don't really see the value in having this separate page versus just sending people directly to your profile. But I think this is also something that we as creators and entrepreneurs have to think about our audience and customer journey. Because for the most part, we want Instagram to bring customers and audience to us. So it's not our job to go bring people over to Instagram, because I think that this page is pretty much copying what Linktree does. That's a simple application that allows you to have a bunch of links, to your website or contact me. And so I think this is really cool. If someone doesn't have a website, they don't want to deal with Linktree, they want to quickly put something together as like, hey, here's how to contact me. But for the most part, this is just features that should be on your own site. And once you have that kind of interaction with somebody, you shouldn't be sending them over to Instagram anyway to close the deal or the sale. It should be email or phone by that point. So now, unlike Instagram, X actually pays creators. I was genuinely shocked to see this, to not only see that X does pay creators for tweeting and article writing, but also that people actually care about that type of income. I guess there are some niches where it's significant. Doesn't seem to be like YouTube level, so definitely don't stop making your YouTube videos. Or if you're choosing between the two, definitely do the video thing. It's going to pay better way long term. But X is changing the way they're paying their current creators. Number one, you do have to be a premium subscriber, so you've got to pay X first before they pay you. But then number two, instead of sharing ad revenue, they're going to be sharing subscription revenue. So if you didn't know, X has some premium tiers. It also includes access to their Gronk AI, so there's an actual utility value to that. And when you compare the cost of X to the cost of like OpenAI or Claude, it actually does make sense if you want to use AI and want to generate images that aren't as restricted on Claude and GPT, then Gronk actually does make sense. And so what they're doing is they're saying, hey, we're going to set aside up to 25% of our revenue from subscriptions, and we're going to share that with creators on our platform based upon engagement. Here's the full post, right? Like, here's what they said, but I can't really make sense of it. It's kind of like when you're reading a legal contract and you go, you're saying that I get 25%, or you're saying that I'm going to be paid on engagement, but you're also like leaving the door way wide open to just do what you want. So that kind of seems like where this is going right now. So it'll be interesting to see X creators sharing the changes in how much they're making over the coming months. But it is pretty cool, because when you compare X to something like LinkedIn and Instagram, a couple dollars a month for tweeting and creating content that you're going to make anyway is nicer than the other two who just pay us nothing. And just as a quick friendly reminder, YouTube Shorts can now be up to 3 minutes long. So starting October 15th, 2024, any vertical video that's uploaded to YouTube that's between 1 second, I don't know why I said that, and 3 minutes will be treated as a YouTube short. They're still rolling this out, so I'd recommend make your longer shorts now, upload them into Creator Studio, and then wait until like October 30th, November 5th, so YouTube can work out the kinks and then start releasing them. Because what's happening right now is a lot of people are uploading these longer shorts and they're being treated as normal videos. So I think just from a subscriber user perspective, just wait until they're put in the proper place, because most people don't know that 3-minute shorts are a thing. So a lot of your subscribers might start to think that you're getting a little lazy with your content and just reusing your Instagram and TikTok videos. So finally, let's wrap up with LinkedIn. They just want us to know that the uptick in C-suite executives using their platform has been 35% over the past 5 years. So this is kind of showing how much of a lag there is in terms of demographics, like adopting social media, and LinkedIn just trying to remind us that they're relevant. But it is a nice reminder that if you are targeting people in that demographic, C-suite executives, or someone who's in a management position, if you're looking at the different platforms to start creating content for, definitely don't just go to YouTube or Instagram or X, because those tend to have wider or broader engagement. Sometimes it does make sense to go to LinkedIn because that's where your customers actually are. So it is kind of funny when social media companies publish these types of things. It's kind of like, hey, talk about us really quick. See, it's up 35% for the past 5 years. So this has been a very, very slow adaptation and growth. But it will be interesting to see a world where, like, let's say the CEO of Citibank or Chase is actually posting business advice, or maybe they just hired a ghostwriter who's turned around and given it to GPT. So thank you so much for watching. Sincerely hope you got some value out of this episode. Please comment below with your thoughts on our updated style. We're trying to go a little faster, cover some more stories with less in depth. And jokes about my hotel aside, my time here in Bangkok has actually been pretty fun. Although I will say, if you plan on visiting, make sure that you get a data plan and get lots and lots of data. I've been using DTAC because most of the 2 hotels we've been at so far, the Wi-Fi has not been great. So I bought like 100 gigs and we are just like powering through that. So that's something I wasn't really expecting. So do keep that in mind if you decide to travel here, but hopefully more vlogs about digital nomading and all that stuff will be in the works down the road. So again, thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe for more shows just like this one, and we will have some tutorials coming soon. And until then, keep building the business you love.